High streets across the UK are facing a crisis of unprecedented proportions. The closing of businesses has accelerated at an alarming rate, with nearly 5,000 chain stores shuttering their doors last year, an average of about 14 closures per day. This trend reflects broader economic challenges and shifts in consumer behaviour that are reshaping the retail landscape and altering the character of town and city centres across the country. The latest data from the local data company, LDC, and advisory firm PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, highlights the dramatic decline in high street stores. In 2023, the UK saw the closure of 787 pharmacy outlets, many of which were Lloyds pharmacies taken over by independent operators. Pubs were also significantly affected, with 722 closures reported, including those from major chains like Wetherspoons and Stonegate, known for its Slug and Lettuce brand. Banks have not been immune either, with a net loss of 583 branches as financial institutions such as Barclays, Halifax, and Lloyds increasingly focus on online banking services. This trend has left high streets with fewer banking options, further contributing to the decline in foot traffic and retail activity. The collapse of high-profile chains such as Wilko and M&Co has exacerbated the high street crisis. Wilko's failure last August resulted in the closure of all 400 of its stores, dealing a significant blow to many town centres that relied on the retailer for essential goods. Similarly, the administration of M&Co and the subsequent rescue of Joules by Next, which saved only 100 out of 124 Joules stores, contributed to the overall closure count. Fashion retail was particularly hard hit, with 325 fashion outlets going dark. Despite these closures, the retail sector has not been entirely stagnant. The past year saw 9,138 new chain outlets opening, the highest number since before the pandemic. These new openings were predominantly in sectors such as takeaways, cafes, discount supermarkets, and petrol stations. However, the pace of new store openings could not keep up with the rate of closures, resulting in a net increase in vacancies. Lisa Hooker, PwC's leader of industry for consumer markets, attributes this rapid exit of chain stores to the lingering effects of the pandemic combined with inflationary pressures. She notes that consumer spending habits have shifted increasingly towards online platforms, mirroring the decline in physical store presence. Kian Tan, a senior retail advisor at PwC, forecasts that the number of chain outlets will continue to decline by about 2% annually, driven by ongoing trends in online shopping. Nevertheless, he anticipates that the decline in independent businesses could create opportunities for chain hospitality ventures, which might benefit from the ongoing shift towards experience-based spending. The transformation of high streets is not solely a result of economic downturns but also reflects evolving consumer behaviors. The preference for online shopping and the rise of e-commerce have drastically changed how people interact with retail spaces. The pandemic accelerated these shifts, leaving traditional high street businesses struggling to adapt. Lucy Stainton, commercial director of LDC, observes that many larger operators are still in the process of repositioning and consolidating their portfolios in response to cautious consumer spending and economic uncertainties. While the current climate is challenging, the increased number of store openings suggests a potential stabilization or even a reversal of the closure trend as we move through 2024. The crisis facing the UK high streets underscores a period of significant transformation for the retail sector. The surge in closures, coupled with a decline in traditional retail spaces, highlights the need for adaptation and resilience. As consumer preferences evolve and economic pressures continue, both businesses and local communities must navigate these changes carefully to revitalize high streets and support a sustainable future for retail. The ongoing adjustments in the sector reflect broader trends and set the stage for what could be a new chapter in the evolution of high street commerce.